Hello, this is Sonic the Hedgehog. well, hey, how's it going, by the way, Mario? How you doing? Oh, hey, Sonic. Before I kind of explain to you there, Prezano, is that I'm not kind of in a good situation, by the way. And no, it doesn't have to do with the money of, like, whatsoever what's going on with that, by the way. Ugh. Well, it is something worse that you may never know. What just came into our world in the Mushroom Kingdom there, Sonic? Well, I just want to let you know, by the way, that your EXE, by the way, or should I say, Sonic.Exe, well, he just came to our universe and he started to probably go after me and my brother while we were just trying to, like, enjoy our sleep until I started having the dream that Sonic.Exe was appearing in my sleep and I had to fight him, which he was going after my brother Luigi, which I think something kind of happened to that, and there was like a masked killer that refers to a person that has a bloody knife or something like that, or just has like a mask, which I think this is more of a different situation that I kind of actually dealt with, or have not dealt with already. But no, I think I have not actually met the person before, which the guy had a mask and had a sharp and bloody knife that had blood on the knife. So, yeah, that's kind of what I want to talk to you about, Sonic. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, Mario. Hold on. And, by the way, hold on a second, by the way. Hold on a second. Wait, did you just say Sonic.exe? That jerk never gives anybody surprises for a break. What did he do this time, Mario? And I had no idea why he came into your universe. And speaking of why he came to your universe, you mentioned about he came in your sleep. Well, I don't know what he did, by the way, but I hope your brother Luigi's alright, which hopefully that me and Tails don't have to come on after him, but can you actually just tell me what really even happened, by the way, with the whole thing going on with Sonic.exe? And you did mention that there was another killer on the loose, which, man, hopefully Freddy Krueger did fully got his butt kicked, but did you just say Michael Myers? Plus, who the hell is Michael Myers? I have not heard of that guy. Speaking of that guy, I don't know what he even looks like, but can you just like give me a little bit of a definition about that, Mario? Since I, for one, don't know how to even fight that guy, but if he's in your world, or if he's probably in somewhere, you and your friends might have to situately deal with it differently to take on that killer down. But that I don't know if I could save you on that one, Mario. But imagine if it's a movie like you versus Michael Myers, but with your friends in your world. But for me, by the way, I don't know if I could try to help you on that one, but I can still give you advices if you want. if you still kind of get want to have your advices, by the way. Again, Sonic. By any chance, well, I'll actually give you a little bit of details about who this killer is. So he wears a mask. Well, he has like a face mask, which by any chance he does kind of have like a bit of hair. By the way, with the hair of the mask in it, and he kind of has like those darkness around his eyes, and he's like wearing like some kind of like some janitor uniform or something, or maybe like a prison uniform or something. I don't know, but it kind of looked a little gray, and a little bit of the shoes are black, which that's kind of what I'm referring to. What Michael Myers looks like, but he, on the other hand, actually was trying to kill my brother in my sleep while he stabbed a Luigi in pretty much in the chest. But so far, I think Sonic.exe was giving me like hallucinations, or you mean like hallucination nightmares. They're probably like interfering, have me having a lot of fear, or just having like a bit of fear phobia. But he kind of cast me on that fear with that spell, which I had a little bit of some dealt with, but at least I'm back to normal though. But Sonic.Exe came out of nowhere and came into our sleep in our sleep clouds, or more likely into our a cloud dream or something. But yeah, that's probably what happened when Sonic.exe tried to do that. Which I kind of was a little bit scared for my brother. Like, my brother though. I mean, why did he deserve to get pretty much like that though? He didn't even deserve anything to do with all this. Tell me about it, Mario. Tell me about it. So, tell you what. Since, yeah, I probably do kind of agree with you on that one, which I definitely agree that your brother didn't do anything wrong. That is your brother Luigi. He clearly didn't do anything wrong. I'll give you that, which he didn't do anything wrong. It's just that Sonic.exe likes to scare people. He just likes to come into one of our universes to give us a scare. Which, just letting you know, he just kind of actually just wants to use like a hallucination fear phobia spell or attacks or anything, just to kind of give a little bit of some fear from him. Which he just likes to steal fear from people to even make him stronger. But just want to let you know he probably won't be for a little while until he's not there. But to give you a little feedback, Mario, that I know you might have to be dealing with a mass killer that I know that you haven't told anybody in your universe about that killer, but remember, keep it to yourself, Mario, if you ever do want to talk to your brother Luigi about that, which I hope you do talk to your brother about that and keep that a secret a little bit until you inform the princess. But look, I'll give you a little bit of info and a little bit of some reason that you might have to win if you ever do get a chance. Or if you ever do face Michael Myers, fight Michael Myers in a movie, which you could, but just remember that you might be going on some kind of not looking good mission if you ever do try to survive him as you can. But remember, Mario, he is pretty strong to kill you, so remember you have to be aware of his tactics or anything to kind of be aware of super strength or something like that. But just wanted to give you a little bit of some knowledge on that, okay, Mario? Like, look, I know that your brother Luigi didn't do anything wrong, but I hope that you can talk to your brother and know what's going on. But until the end of the day, Mario, you still got this, okay? I believe in you, alright? Well, thank you, Sonic. Thank you. Well, I just want to say thank you very much for giving me a little bit of something, but thanks, Sonic. I really appreciate it. So, I'll say this that yes, I'll definitely talk about my brother Luigi, about Michael Myers, but thank you very much for giving me a little bit of the talk with you, Sonic. Because I mean, I know you're the only one I can trust, but just want to let you know, Sonic, that I hope that me and my friends will deal with that mass killer, but Sonic.exe, on the other hand, actually really gives me the creeps. He just literally looks like you, which I know I'm not saying that he does look like you, but with the red eyes are creepy as heck, which they're just creepy. Like, for me, I may never be able to sleep from that creepy face, but once again, Sonic, I just hope that the nightmare could really end, by the way, which I just hope I might get a few bit of help, but I'll actually will inform my brother to know what's going on, and then talk with Toad, which I know that we pretty much talk about some things all the time, but this might be a little bit of something that we can just get along with to a little often. But anyways, I'll actually go ahead and inform Luigi Sonic and say, would you actually deal with another game, by the way, that you're dealing with next? Yeah, you're welcome, Mario. You're totally welcome for the advice. You're definitely welcome for the advice. And, yeah, by the way, that yes, me and my friends are playing Five Nights at Freddy's 3, by the way, which, like I said, I won't give you any spoilers or anything, or about the characters' names, by the way, but, yeah, me and my friends are playing Five Nights at Freddy's 3, which that's what we're playing next, or pretty much that we're still continuing next. But thanks for the suggestion, Mario, that you're letting me know when we're still gonna do stuff. But even if you didn't say that, but I still say again, thanks for kind of like telling me by saying it's like where am I supposed to probably continue with all the other stuff? Well, I say again, thanks for that, Mario, and thanks. So, like I said, don't worry about Sonic.Exe right now. He's kind of our little bit of our business, which, us characters in the Sonic world, that we probably deal with him a little somewhere and often that he might show around, but we might probably fight him back if he ever does reappear in our world again. But trust me, Mario. Trust me. If he's anywhere, then I'll try to beat him as I can. But remember, if you're dealing with Michael Myers, Mario, he's pretty much not a good joke. But just remember, if he tries to come and get you, but remember, all you gotta do is try to at least defend yourself as you can. If he ever tries to do anything to you, or like use a knife or anything, then just remember, use your items as you can, which your items are pretty strong. You could beat any killer, but just remember that some are a little bit more advanced, if you pretty much know what I'm talking about from what you're using your items. So remember, you might have to find Michael Myers' weak spot, but just letting you know that, okay, Mario? But anyways, thank you for letting me know, and like I said, hope you do your best to know what you're doing. And if you ever see Michael Myers already, then just let you know that you have to tell pretty much likely your friends to hide. He might try to come around, but all you have to do is just tell them to hide if he ever shows up again. If he's in your world or he's outside your dream, then just try to tell them to hide. But anyways, I gotta get going, Mario, and I hope you do the best you can, Mario, and I hope you can do whatever you got. But anyway, I'll see you there. Okay, see ya. You're welcome, Sonic. You're definitely welcome. But, anyways, I'll get to see you later, by the way. And don't worry, I'll tell them to hide as they can. If he ever does show up or anything. But I actually just want to thank you, by the way, for that advice. And yeah, that actually is pretty appreciated. So, I'll let you do what you gotta do, Sonic, and I gotta get back to my world, do what I can do, and figure a little bit of some advance about Michael Myers' strategies, which I could probably use that he can't, but I hope so. I really hope so. The nightmare could be ended, but unfortunately, we might have to face that I've never faced before. That will be a little bit of some fears, but no worries. I'll still tell my friends what's going on. But anyway, Sonic, I'll let you do you, by the way. And I'll see you later there, Pizzano. Man, I gotta get to sleep, which I just hope that things just get back to the way it is right now. But, anyways, I'll go ahead and give myself a glass of, like, water so I can definitely go to sleep. But, anyway, see you later, Sonic. Bye.